Now for this particular video, let's go and write the name of your ionic compound and write the chemical formula from the ionic from the name. Okay, so let's see here. So this is 7.5 lesson specifically. All right, so let's go and do name to formula first. Okay, so here we go. So let's say I have, let's see. Okay, let's say we have calcium, because we like calcium. Calcium sulfide, okay? So for this one, keep in mind that when it ends in an I, that is a single element, okay? All right, here we go. Single element. So for this, all you need to do is to go and find the symbol. So calcium is Ca. Sulfide is from sulfur, so that's an S. Next thing we need to do is look for the charges. Calcium is in group 2, so that's automatic 2 plus. Sulfide or sulfur is in group 16, so it has 6 valence electrons. That means we need to add how many to get to 8? That's going to be a 2 minus. Since these two numbers right here, this number and this number are the same, we don't really need to do the crisscross because the number's the same. So it's just going to be CAS. Okay, so that's how we write the chemical formula from the name. Let's try another one, shall we? So let's say we have sodium, and that's combined with oxygen. Okay, there we go. Sodium oxide. Okay, so sodium oxide, let's write ours, since it ends in I, that's a single element. Let's go and write our symbol. Sodium is Na, oxide is from oxygen. So if we're going to write this, let's go and find the charge of sodium. Sodium is in group 1, so that's 1 plus. As for oxygen, that's in group 16, so that means it has 6 valence electrons. We need to add 2 electrons to make it to 8, so that's going to be a 2 minus. So all you need to do is take this and cross that down, take this and cross that down. So we end up with Na2O. Okay? Now, what if we are using a polyatomic ion? So polyatomic ion don't really end with "ide" with the exception of hydroxide. So let's try that one. So what if I have calcium phosphate, okay? So first thing we need to do is write their symbols. Calcium, Ca. If you look at the chart, because it doesn't end in "ide," that means it's a polyatomic ion. If you look at the charge, the ions, you can see that phosphate is right here. So I'm going to write PO4. Okay. Now let's write the charges. The charge for PO4 is already written down up here. So as you can see here, it's already written down. So we're just going to copy that. That's going to be a 3 minus. Calcium is in group 2, so that's a 2 plus. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag this number here. We're going to drag that number next to calcium. So we're going to be calcium 3. Now, just a reminder, the 2 applies not just to one element, but for the whole of PO4. So we are going to use our parenthesis and put the 2 on the outside. So that is how we go about writing the name to formula. All right?